Hi everyone, this is your hobbies at home for the week. This week we're going to be doing something a little bit crafty, crafty in the sense of making something, not crafty like a fox. And we're going to be making zines, which I will go into in a moment. This was something that we did as part of the Artswell group, which was a group that we ran, it was last year now, and it was for people who were suffering with low resilience, mental health, or low mood and mental health problems, and we did an arts and crafts session each week to help improve that. Okay, so this was one of the activities we did. When we started it, nobody was really sure what a zine was, and it took us a little while to get into it, but trust me, they are so addictive once you've started. They're so easy and simple, and at the end of it, you feel like you really are quite proud because you've done a little piece of art, and they're really fun to make. So essentially, a zine is a mini magazine that you do yourself. And originally they were used predominantly in the 70s as a sort of way of getting around political messages. So the idea is that if you're not seeing the message or the news that you want to see in media, then you make it yourself. However, nowadays a zine can be about anything you want it to be. And the great thing about it is that they're really short, and they don't require much effort. You don't even need to write in them if you want. So you could use a zine to tell a story, explain a concept. It could be an instruction guide of how to do something really simple. It could be you using it to talk about your experience of something. They're really simple and easy and fun. So if I show you the one that I made as part of Artswell, so within our team, it's quite well known that I love birds. So I did mine about birds, which you can see. I'll zoom in here. So this is my zine here. Apologies, it's not great just because it's a little bit bright. But essentially, it's a little magazine and it's tiny. It's made from an A4 piece of paper, which I will show you how to fold in a minute. But it's just 8 pages. You don't even have to have any writing if you don't want. You could have just a word in there. You could stick all pictures. You could draw pictures. You could paint pictures. It's up to you. So here's just some of the bits and bobs I did in mine. Okay, and then I left the back of that one blank. So essentially the rules for zines are less is more. Keep it really simple and fun. You don't want to do ideally more than 1 sentence per page. You need to assume that if it's a random person reading your zine, that they have less than a minute to read it. So it's got to be really quick and punchy. You want to play around with colours, styles, different materials. So as you can see in mine, I have cut up bits of magazines, I've used newspapers, I've used wax crayons on the front, there's colouring pencils, there's felt tips. So use whatever you have around you. So what do you need for this? Okay, so you'll need your A4 piece of paper, pair of scissors, something to decorate with. So I've just got some colouring pencils today. You might have some old magazines, newspapers, books, felt tip pens, wax crayons, paint, whatever you can get your hands on, washi tape, lots of bits and bobs you can use. Okay, so really there's only 2 tricky bits that I think there are to making a zine. And the first bit is folding it into the book. Okay, so what you need to do is you've got your A4 piece of paper, you need to fold it lengthways. Okay. So you fold it so that the 2 long ends meet. Okay, just make sure that's a nice sharp fold. So you should have your piece of paper folded in half like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold again a little bit so it's like a card, so that the 2 short ends meet, and make sure that's a nice sharp fold. Okay, and then you're going to fold again so that the two short ends meet again. Okay, and once you've done that, unfold the piece of paper and you should have 8 segments. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now what you want to do, fold it in half so that the two short ends meet. So this end goes to that end. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut halfway along until you meet that crease there. Okay, so you need to cut across your folds there till you meet the middle. So if I show you. Okay, if you unfold it, you should then have a little hole in the middle of that one. So now you want to fold it lengthways so that you've got the two long edges and you should have a hole in the middle there. Okay, so what you want to do is just push them together so you've got the fold in the middle and then fold those together. Be a bit clumpy to begin with. Okay, just flatten it down, make sure your folds are all nice and crisp like we did earlier. And there you've got your booklet. Doesn't need to be perfect, but you should have all your pages then. So you've got your front cover, page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and your back page as well. So you've got 8 pages in total, or 6 including your cover. Okay, so that's how you make your zine. And they're always done with A4 pieces of paper. You can see it's really tiny if I show you compared to my face. So they're nice and easy to do. Okay, so once you've got your zine, you can start to plan on what you would like to do. And this was the bit that I found a little bit tricky because I was thinking, what do I want to do mine on? So I did mine as I showed you, the one about birds. I've done one about Cornish walks and my favourite Cornish walks because I love walking. People have done ones on films. We've had somebody do one on Cornish landscapes. We've had one on hedgehogs. We've had one on art. There's loads of them. One on physical activity. You can do it whatever you like. I'd suggest you choose something that you're interested in and that you can talk a bit about. So some of the prompts that you might want to use, you could say, really stuck for ideas, you could think, what am I an expert of? What do I care a lot about? Explain how to, so talk about something that you know well, perhaps it's how to bake a cake even. I see myself as, so you could use that as a prompt. My all-time favourite thing is, so you might talk about a favourite book, a favourite film, a favourite TV programme, a favourite sport. And last one you could do, what am I struggling with? So it could be a way to vent your emotions. So you could talk about something that you're finding quite difficult at the moment. So just do a quick plan. So you've only got 8 pages and that's including your cover. Okay, so now you can go ahead and have a go at making a zine. They're really good. We did them on the last team day as one of the wellbeing activities. And at the beginning, everyone was thinking, I'm not sure about this. And at the end of it, it was so quiet, but you could hear a pin drop because everyone was just having a go at them and they were all different and all equally good. So I'd suggest you have a go at that. I have a couple of pages about them and also pictorial instructions on how to fold your booklet. So I'll make sure that you guys have access to those as well. But yeah, have a go at making your zines. Have comment below if you liked it or if you'd like to see anything else that we can do.